My name is Len Monheit. I'm Executive Director of the Global Prebiotic Association. And with me today is Alexis Collins from Stratum Nutrition. Alexis, I've known you for a while. Why don't you quickly describe your role with Stratum?
Sure. So it's nice to see you again, Len. My role with Stratum Nutrition is I'm the Director of Product and Brand Strategy. So my background education is in medical science and nutrition. And what I do for Stratum is I assess the current ingredients in our portfolio and new incoming ingredients for how they'll perform as far as the research substantiation that can support their claims and how those claims can translate to what our customers, the brands are looking for, and in the end consumer and what they're showing their needs are.
Excellent. And maybe just describe a little bit about Stratum Nutrition and the prebiotic category. How'd you get into it?
Sure. So Stratum Nutrition, we're a company that both manufactures and distributes ingredients for the dietary supplement industry. And we've been around for over 20 years now. And we got into the prebiotic category because as a distributor, we're pretty niche. We're always looking for ingredients that may be in a trending category, but have something that stands out within that category to kind of set them apart from the rest of the competition. So apart from commodity. And as far as prebiotics go, we were presented with the prebiotic from a company called Clasato, who are part of the GPA. So we looked and assessed the research behind the prebiotic by Immuno. And it has a very extensive research portfolio behind the ingredient. And we didn't have a prebiotic in our portfolio at that point, and it just seemed like a fantastic fit. And so far it's been great. And we have been very, very happy to be in a partnership with Clasato on the Bimuno prebiotic.
And what health concern areas are you targeting, and is it resonating with?
Sure. So as far as health categories, of course, the research behind Bimuno is extensive for GI support, but what really made it stand out and what we were looking at was how it could transcend beyond just GI health as a prebiotic. So like I said, we're always looking for ingredients that can compete as far as going a little step ahead of the competition. And Bimuno has some very, very interesting research on immune health, but also on mood support, which I found really fascinating because the gut-brain axis continues to trend. People are even starting to look at immune health more broadly, where they're starting to encompass their stress levels and how their stress levels are affecting their immune health. So the fact that Bimuno was able to help lower cortisol levels and also support better mood in subjects in clinical studies was really, really interesting to us. And most recently, in this past year in January, the new research that they've had in the sports nutrition realm as well has helped us get into a new category because they published a clinical trial on rugby players, elite rugby players in season. So actually showing support not only for GI, but for what you could call immune stamina through a very stressful in-season training and allowing athletes to actually be at practice more often so that what we're hoping from that is that we get better results in the games. That's been a really, really fun category for us to go in as well in the prebiotic space. So overall, it's been fun. It's been interesting to be able to take the prebiotic category just a step ahead of GI health with this ingredient.
And that actually falls very, very smartly within the GPA definition of a prebiotic because we talked about the health or the performance benefit, and you sort of get health and performance there. What else excites you? What excites you about the prebiotic category? And describe a little bit about your role and interactions with GPA.
Sure. So what excites me about the prebiotic category is just the versatility of prebiotics as a biotic ingredient. Obviously, we've been seeing how prebiotics have made it across to the end consumer that might even really not even quite still know what a prebiotic is. But since it's in a bubbly drink, it's like, why not? It's good for me. Let's do it. So I think that that's actually really exciting for me because I know as a scientist about the efficacy that prebiotics have for us and for our health. So just being able to see them transcend into new delivery formats and the openness of younger generations and consumers on taking them is really exciting. And then what we look to for the GPA and just what Stratum Nutrition appreciates so much from the GPA is just the guidance that this association gives us as an ingredient distributor, just making sure that we're staying in line and getting the latest information on how not only how we should market this ingredient, because of course you guys provide fantastic trend analysis to us as a company, as a membership that we really, really value, but also just the regulatory side and the outlook of the category overall from the science and regulatory side too, we find very valuable.
Well, thank you. That's the role that we intend to play. We love the relationship, and we'll continue moving on forward as we advance this category and steward it. Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you so much, Len.